All right, guys, welcome back here. Sorry, technology is sometimes it malfunctions. All right, so we're gonna see. I want to go back to my. We're gonna do a little commercial here while we get prepared. Sorry, guys, it's technology. It's not my fault. So we're gonna do the show sharing again. See what's happening.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go.
We're gonna do this show quick. We're gonna get it out of the way by all means.
The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go. I said we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us.
Yeah, it did.
So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to grieve? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not corrupt. I said no one to trust. My people, no one to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work, but people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not corrupt. With the promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to grieve? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us. You screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us.
They can lie, they can steal to corrupt. All right, wonderful, guys. Sorry for the technical glitch we had earlier. It was a little technical problem from the software, but I think we should be good now. Just worked on everything, and hopefully we should be on course with the show without further issue this time around. All right, welcome again to Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora with Darkside Porter Esoteric coming to you from the Keystone State. The Keystone State is called Pennsylvania, and I'm coming from the city of Prospect Park. All right, welcome to the show. So let's get to quickly. I just wanted to do a shout out again. The show, we had a technical problem over there earlier. So let me do a quick shout out to a couple of people that are celebrating their birthdays today. And we're going to go into what we have for today. All right, so let me do a quick shout out to Madam Teahjay and our National Vice President, Mr. MANNEH. All right, so let's start with Mr. MANNEH. Yesterday, the National Vice President of the United Sapphire Association, Honorable William MANNEH, celebrated his birthday. And so we like to use this opportunity to say happy birthday to you, Honorable VP, on behalf of the Office of the President, on behalf of the Board of Directors, and on behalf of Voice of SINOE, we want to say happy birthday to you. Wish you everything that you seek in life and the best you are looking for in this corridor of life. That's the National Vice President of the United Sapphire Association, Honorable William MANNEH, celebrating his birthday. He celebrated his birthday yesterday. Also, we want to do a shout out to the Vice President of the Florida chapter, Madam AMELIA Teahjay. She also celebrating her birthday today or yesterday, one of the two. And so, Madam Teahjay, we want to say happy birthday to you. We wish you many more happy returns. All right, that's Madam Teahjay. I just also want to do a shout out to my Facebook acquaintance here. That's Dr. Nelson Gay. Nelson is celebrating his birthday today as well. And so we want to say happy birthday to the brother. We wish you many more. He's a very nice guy. He looks a pleasant, but he also a pleasant guy in person. When you meet him, he's a very decent guy. So Nelson, enjoy your birthday. We wish you many more happy returns as well. All right, so that's the basic stuff that I want to get out of the way. What else? Again, we want to remind you the National Vice President of the United Sapphire Association, Honorable Gus TARPHEN, funeral service scheduled for December the 4th. All right, in the city of Philadelphia. So he secured a date. The Vice President of the Sapphire Association, or the former Vice President who passed away, funeral service would be held December the 4th. All right, so lock that date in, go on your calendar, write some stars around it. All right, that's something that I wanted to share with you quickly. Because of the technical glitch we have, we are against time here. And so we're going to go a little rapidly here. This stuff keep moving. It keeps moving around. Okay, hopefully it will stay. Also, like something I just wanted to share with you on this one right here. Let's see. Where's my bullet point? All right, so this I called corruption runs amok. Hopefully my sound is good. The game, let me see. All right, so this I called corruption runs amok. Okay, and in Liberia we have. Let me bring the vice president down. There's an interesting article I saw this morning from Daily Observer. I mean, like I said in my earlier comments, the there's a report that came out, the Millennium Challenge goal came out not too long ago, and they said Liberia is controlling corruption and all of that. But then I just saw this, I don't know when they say control, it's an idiomatic expression meaning corruption is on the increase, basically. And that's what it means. So Daily Observer, I saw this, and it's talking about NEC rents 20 thermometers for 182K US dollars. Okay. 20 thermometers. Okay, thermometer to match, I don't know, it's a temperature thermometer. We don't know exactly. But I was doing a research before I came online, and the last time I checked, but this one was, they said it was $72.99. And then later they reduced the price to $8.99. Now it's at $7.99. But the NEC, I don't know what sort of thermometer they are using, okay, to rent it for that amount, 182K or 1,000. That was absurd, you know. And so it was astonishing. I'm like, wow, the corruption in our country is not going anywhere anytime soon. You know, it's unfortunate. People are suffering in the country, and people will just put the money in their pockets. You know, it's just stealing. It's just broad-day stealing. NEC, a National Election Commission, the rents 20 thermometers for 182K. I'm like, wow. If this story is true, then Liberia will have to go another 173 years in order to have change in our country. If and only if we are willing to embrace change. But change can be embraced if you have the right leader, you know, or the right leaders. And so right now you have a long way to go, you know, because the leaders are not willing to make the needed change so that the resources of the country will go to the affected community or the population. All right, so just something, corruption runs amok in Liberia. NEC ranks 20 thermometers for 182K. It's not Liberian dollars, it's US dollars. Okay. That was so strange when I saw that. All right, that's something I wanted to share with you. But the show today is primarily about Santa County Senator who goes around lying 24/7. And our Santa County, it has no, because you see, the people that represent you, they are your image, they are your reflection. And so if the person who represents you in the Liberian Senate is not honorable, it reflects on you. It tells you the sort of decision that you make as a people. All right? Your decisions, the decisions you made, they are bad. It tells you the sort of. So the decision you make, you are a terrible decision maker. So Santa County in 2014, we made a terrible decision. And we brought a corrupt man to power. We know his history. We know what Senator Teahjay was all about, because he wasn't a stranger to Liberia. He was somebody who was well known for everything that is wrong in the country. All right? So the vehicle, the broad day stealing of Patricia's FLOMO vehicle by Milton Teahjay is not anything strange, because he has already established the history that he is not a good man. But yet the people of Santa County, because of negative tribalism, they went to the ballot box and elected this horrible man, this terrible man in the country. And so all he does is to exude his terrible characteristics, the kind of personality he has. If Milton Teahjay is not in the news for a couple of days or maybe a month, he doesn't feel comfortable. And so he will find a way to get in the news for terrible things. He cannot think of anything good but bad things. That's what Milton Teahjay thinks about. And so recently, the story that has been unfolding in Liberia about a young lady, this young lady right here, who sent a vehicle to Liberia, and PATRICIA Teahjay and Milton Teahjay, they duped the young lady. She was duped. She was scammed, even though she is the legitimate owner of the vehicle in question. Patricia FLOMO is the owner of the vehicle based on every evidence that we have at our disposal. There is no magic wand, no way any abracadabra performed by Milton Teahjay. The vehicle, the BMW, the 2007 BMW, it is not for Milton Teahjay. But again, a criminal is always a criminal. I told you during the prior podcast the history of Milton Teahjay, so which we're going to review again before we get to the debunking of the lies that he told in his recent interview. Okay, Milton Teahjay had a recent yesterday or so. He had this ridiculous interview where he put all the lies together just so he can take this young lady vehicle, something that he did not work for. Milton Teahjay concocted all the lies as usual. He cannot say anything without telling lies. You know, so it is a pandemic. The lies is built, it is intrinsically established in the body of Milton Teahjay. That's what the man is, because he never does anything that would be honorable, even though he serves in a so-called honorable building. Okay, so here is we want to share some information with you here for a second. All right, let Milton Teahjay corruption stuff there for you. For example, let me just display that. I want to open a document here so we can share some documents with you on the Milton Teahjay, the crimes that the guy has been committing in the country that people are not paying attention to. I'm the one that will expose Milton Teahjay maximally. All right, I want to open a document here quickly. Okay, let me see. I want to open a document. Just give me a second. I want to open this. I had everything set over here earlier. And then the computer went off abruptly, so it messed everything up for me. All right, so I want to bring this up. Where's I just want to show you the interview of Milton Teahjay, because that's the reason of the show today. I want to analyze that the interview for you. Milton Teahjay is a congenial liar, and so we have to expose him. All right, he would not be honorable. He would steal somebody's stuff, and you put all the lies together and say, "Oh, because this little person does not have power, Milton Teahjay will take your property." You know, and that's what I'm here for, to do justice to everyone. We'll do justice to everyone. Milton will not take the young lady's car, and he goes with it. All right. So let's see. I got the document that I wanted up there. All right. So we want to give you a little background of Milton Teahjay, and then we'll go to the interview. So as you can see here, number one, Milton will confirm all these things in his interview. Right? Milton was declared guilty for corruption, but the lie he told in that interview that he was acquitted for one of those crimes and was civil, which is a lie. Milton Teahjay you have to understand you got civil cases and you got criminal cases. And Milton wasn't taken to a criminal case. I mean, a criminal case is where, or civil case actually, is where a citizen or a firm sues another person or a firm, okay? So, and in most cases, criminal cases, like I say, civil cases, the purpose of civil cases are not to take the defendant to jail, but more so to compensate the complainant. Okay, so Milton Teahjay, and in criminal cases, it is the lawyer, the state lawyers that can bring the court that can bring those charges on you. And so Teahjay was taken to court 2018 because he committed a criminal act against the state. And that's why he was taken to court. But he want to lie and say one of those charges wasn't criminal. No, every charge that was put on Teahjay, over 8 or 9, they were all criminal charges. Okay? And so Teahjay go lie on public radio in Liberia because he's a liar. This man who will leave, he stole our money, our county development funds, and he built all these mansions. He got swimming pools and everything in it, but he will go in the river, in the forest to do what we call hydromancy. That's what he's doing. I'm not here to explain it. All you have to do is Google hydromancy, and you'll understand it's a form of voodoo, and that's why he's performing here. All right, so he does all these shady and wicked stuff. So it's also called aquatic divination. Okay, so you perform all these different rituals for different purposes. All right, that's Milton Teahjay. This same man was declared guilty for corruption, or he sponsored a bill to make rape law of the land. All right, so if Milton can sponsor a bill to make rape of the land, to make it legal in Liberia, when somebody rapes, all you have to do is to pay money and you are good to go. You are free to go. And that's the man, all right? All these things he's doing, I'll outline some of the things that Milton Teahjay, and I'll bring you to that interview, okay? All right? This guy fought this district in his county. The people needed to have gotten jobs, but Milton Teahjay fought the people and said, no, the district is bogus. And so the people should not get jobs in his own county. And he was on a committee that's supposed to confirm the people. Milton Teahjay refused to sign, as you can see on this paper right here, okay? Yes, the bill he wrote to amend a district in his county, legitimate district, because of negative tribalism. He wants to put the people apart, all right? And so he sponsored a bill, even though he ran campaign against the district first. This is someone, let me show you this right here. So you can see some of the campaigns of Milton Teahjay against a district in his county where the people are supposed to get jobs. Did I put that flyer here? It's supposed to. Put it, added everything to the talking. But all right, this is it right here. There was the people names in his district, in his county, where he represents, right? They send names, the lawmaker here, that represented Matthew Zaza, they forwarded some names to President George Weah. They started on Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Milton Teahjay and Ellen at the time, you know, they are all criminals. They supported Charles Taylor, and also they were in bed. So Milton Teahjay went to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. They ran the biggest propaganda ever against a district in Milton Teahjay's county for the people to get jobs. That was it. It wasn't anything unusual. For people to get jobs, Milton Teahjay ran propaganda against it, and on Ellen 12 years, the people did not get jobs. So under Judge Weah, Mr. Zaza again brought the names for people to get employed because the districts were legitimately established in the country, all right, by the lawmakers, all right? And so Milton Teahjay, that some of his propaganda here, Bocas district resurfaces in SINOE County, all right? So under Judge Weah, Ellen time, he did it. Under Judge Weah, he brought it back. All right, now, you got to understand, this is the boss man of Milton Teahjay. All right, Milton Teahjay was the spokesman for this man who murdered 250,000 innocent people in the country. and his name is Charles Taylor. All right, he is in jail currently in, I think, what, UK for 50 years. That's Teahjay's boss man here, Milton Teahjay. This man has sponsored a bill to make liquor in Liberia. All right, that's the boss man right here. So let me show you something else again. I just giving you a chronology of some of the activities of this criminal. All right, yeah, he said when you were superintendent in SINOE County, the people approved. That's a GSC report here for which he was declared guilty. 74 projects, the people approved it. They gave him the money, everything according to this report here. If you look here, they show you the amount. So it's $2,646,870 for 74 projects. For Milton Teahjay, the undertaking in SINOE County, he abandoned all those projects. And that is why he was taken to court and he was declared guilty for corruption. But yesterday, in his interview, he said all the charges, the criminal charges, were dropped and he was only convicted for one civil charge. Milton Teahjay wasn't taken to a civil court. If the state lawyers, they take you to court, it is not civil. Anything that is the prosecutor will take you to court is criminal. Milton Teahjay went to court for criminal charges. Okay? So now, let me show you something here. Let me show you something. All right, so Milton will tell lies. He's a big liar, criminal. All right, so again, yes, the district that he ran against, but anyway, Mr. Zaza was successful, Judge Weah listened, and the people got jobs, okay? Yes, the court verdict at the time when you were declared guilty, yeah, the charges the state put on him. Republic of Liberia by and through the LACC, plenty, okay? Versus Mr. J. Milton Teahjay, former superintendent for SINOE County, and Mr. Madena Glimmers, former development superintendent for SINOE County. All right, this is the court verdict here. And what the crimes the state put on him? The crime, economic sabotage, okay, criminal conspiracy, criminal facilitation, misapplication of entrusted property, and violation of PPCC procedures and processes. All right, these are the crimes. So Milton said, of all the charges, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 6, about 7 charges, right? Milton said you are acquitted. I mean, all the charges they dropped, 6, and only 1 you were acquitted for. All right, and the one you were acquitted for is not criminal. No, there is nothing on the verdict that said all the charges, these are criminal and these are not criminal. All the charges against Milton Teahjay, they were criminal charges they put on him. And you are what are you convicted for? Half the idea is the man was declared guilty for corruption. All right, the charges, the state lawyers were vindicated. What they said, they proved their case, and he was declared guilty. Here's the verdict here. This court is strongly convinced that an official who stands in responsible relation to the misconduct must be held liable for criminally. He said criminally liable. Okay, they not say civilly, right? So Milton Teahjay went on radio the interview and talk about he was acquitted. The charge was not criminal. It was criminal. He said criminally liable without having played major. So he played a direct role, and that's why they say here it's not clear, but say he failed to follow, because one of the charges that I just named, right? It said he failed to follow the PPCC process and procedure. Hence, the defendant must pay the fine of $50,000. Okay, you are declared guilty, basically. So, but that was again is a travesty of justice. The law in the country is ridiculous. This is what the law said. They say if you go against the PPCC Act, what should be done to you? All these things, they are in the law, but the people they are not enforcing the law to the letter. All right. So this is what it says here in the law. The act, what they wrote in the act. Let me just open this document. I'll do a screen sharing so I can share something with you quickly, so you can see, because we're speaking with evidence here to debunk Milton Teahjay lies that he put together yesterday during his press conference. All right, so I want to share this document with you. Let's see it. I want to show you one of the documents. This not what I wanted. I will show you quickly. Milton Teahjay crimes. These are all photos for a criminal activity. I made a photo specially for Milton Teahjay. Okay, here's the PPCC ad, right? The portion of the ad I extracted. Let me make it bigger so you can see it, all right? The man is a big liar. Milton is a criminal. So this is what the ad said, okay? It says here 1.38, right? Offenses relating to procurement, okay? And Milton Teahjay, they said he bypassed the PPCC law, procedures and processes. And here's what the ad said, the law said. It said any person who contravenes any provision, it said any provision of this act commits an offense, and a person convicted, all right, Milton or convicted by a court of a violation of this act shall, upon summary conviction, be liable to imprisonment for a period not exceeding 5 years. All right, that's the law. This is the law that Milton Teahjay wrote, and he violated the law. And they say, oh, just pay $50,000. And up to now, Milton has not even paid the $50,000. Not yet. He refused to do that. All right? Here's Milton Teahjay bossman, the man he defended. And Milton Teahjay bossman, a child stealer. See the man. See how happy he is to kill his own people. And this is the man Milton Teahjay defended to the teeth in the country. That Milton was a deputy spokesperson for Charles Murderer Taylor, the man who murdered 250,000 human beings in Liberia. And Milton Teahjay defended the man. So tell me, if Milton Teahjay can defend this man, taking a car from a lady is something simple. It's something simple, a trivial to Milton Teahjay. If he can support and be the spokesman and be on BBC and defending child stealer, that's Milton Teahjay a little bit. Now, I will leave that document there, and let me show you some document, right? Milton Teahjay said the vehicle is for him. So let's share some evidence that we gathered from Patricia FLOMO, all right, about this vehicle right here that Milton Teahjay is claiming to be his. Yes, the vehicle, the lady's vehicle that Milton Teahjay took. All right. Milton Teahjay wrote on a document, all right, that the vehicle is for him, and the vehicle is 2017 BMW. All right. The man is a criminal. He practically changed everything on the lady's vehicle so he can take it. All right. 2000, and the vehicle is 2007. But he heard 2007, he forgot, and so he just put that 17. All right. The vehicle is not for Milton Teahjay. So let's see some document that I want to show you here. All right. Let me show you some information. It is interesting. All right. So this is what Milton, the bill or Lenny, when you went to get a vehicle, right? This is what Milton, some of the things he filled out, you know, and all of that. That's a document, because you got to understand Patricia sent the vehicle, and then Patrick, which they were talking at the time, they were boyfriend or girlfriend or something. I don't know the story. I can go more into that. But the two of them, they have obviously something going on. And so the girl wanted to send a vehicle to Liberia, and then Patrick Teahjay said, you know what? My brother is a lawmaker. Their car is a BMW. The people in Liberia, my brother is there. Milton Teahjay is corrupt. So when you send a vehicle, you will pay a lot of money. If you look on this slip right here that Milton signed, right? If they put here $6,624.47 to free the vehicle, then how much you would have paid? $6,000, and then you add equals taxes on it, right? Equals taxes, they put here $33.72. So that's the amount. So $6,624 for the 7 cents plus the $33. I mean, put it together, it will cost a girl a lot of money. And also, so Patrick said, oh, I can talk to my brother. my brother Milton Criminal Teahjay, so that he can free the vehicle for you, so you can save that 6,000 plus, saying you are undertaking project in Liberia. That's that's something good. But not knowing these two people were planning to take the lady's vehicle. All right. Now, let me show you this one too. So you see this right here. One thing was getting tough now. Patricia FLOMO was forced in Liberia to seek a lawyer, and so that's just consultation fees you pay here, $100 United States dollars, and that was the lawyer. Actor Johnson, he wrote this when the girl went there for consultation. And during the consultation, Milton Teahjay was also called. The man who is making argument right now, the Article 42 protests me. So when Actor Johnson calls, he will go there. But when the court calls him, he say, I'm not going there. Because he and Actor Johnson, they have some kind of deal going on. All right? So when Actor Johnson called him, Article 42 does not apply to him at that point. All right? Actor Johnson is a lawyer. And he said, this lady made an allegation against you. I want you to come. And Milton went there to Actor Johnson. All right? He left Article 42. At that point, when Actor Johnson called him, Article 42, they didn't cover Senator Teahjay, so he went to Actor Johnson for that. All right? They had a conversation because he knows Actor Johnson will cover him up. That he's a lawyer. If I were a different person, Milton Teahjay would not have gone there. All right? So this is it. So there's a citation. They call criminal Milton Teahjay to court. All right? November 9. Helena Stewart. Okay, you can see all the criminal, all the Milton is a criminal, so they put everything in. Your citation dated November 9, 2021 to Honorable Milton. I don't know why they call him an honorable. Milton is not an honorable. And by the way, this is the reply of Milton Teahjay to the court citation, so he can go to court, right? And so they wrote the bogus communication, so the criminal cannot go to court. But he says he's a lawman. He is law-abiding, but he is evading law. All right? So Milton wrote here, honor his COS, Maxwell, another corrupt guy. So the point here, I have been directed by Honorable Milton, Senator J. Milton Teahjay. By the way, the honorable over there, criminal Senator J. Milton Teahjay. He's not an honorable. And so he said, I have been directed by criminal Senator J. Milton Teahjay to acknowledge the citation from your office issued on the orders of George Kabor Nuta, resident circuit judge, criminal court, court out of criminal code B, actually, criminal code B, which cites the honorable senator or criminal senator to appear on Wednesday, November 10, 2021 at the hour of 11 a.m. in the chambers of Judge Nuta in respect of a complaint filed by Madam Patricia FLOMO. All right? That's the complaint the lady filed. Milton Teahjay now is threatening the lady or the judge. This is why he put here. The man does not want to be bullied, but he bullying other people. He said, oh, nobody should bully me, but he's bullying other people. So this is why Milton wrote here. The honorable senator or his so-called COS, Maxwell Teahjay, or Toli. The honorable senator will have me inform you for onward information to Judge Nuta that the legislature is in section and that the citation is in clear or contravention of the honorable senator's immunity as enshrined in Article 42 of the Constitution of Liberia. The honorable senator who also have me inform you for onward information to Judge Nuta that considering the citation, it interferes with and or obstructs the honorable senator's legislative duties and responsibility, in which instance Judge Newton could be cited for contempt of the Liberian Senate and removed from office at its next section should he repeat this violation. Okay, so Milton Teahjay is citing Article 42, and he's working, even though he went to Arthur Johnson when they called him, but because Judge Newton convicted a criminal before, and that's why he is afraid to go to the judge or to the justice. But he preferred to go to Arthur Johnson. Although the reason he did not go because the car is not his. He cannot prove that that car is for him. All right, so I think this is the citation from the court. Your citation of reference, or to a reference dated November 10. I have directed Honorable Senator J. Milton Teahjay to acknowledge the citation of a conference from your office. So that's the citation sent by the justice when Patricia filed the case. And by the way, the car is for Patricia. We got all the documents here to show you. Everything is here. So let me see, for example, this is the car document here for Patricia, right? When you buy the car, you got the title and all the stuff, the good stuff. Yes, the title right here. You can see the export. So when you buy the car, meaning that you are not driving it in that country, you are exporting it to another country. So the export here, you can see the person she bought the car from. It's a dealership, so the dealer can go and do billing for car all over the place. So she said she wanted the car, the dealer wanted to bid Bleedy Autos or Sales, right? So you can see here the George, Harry, and all of that. That's the people that bought the car from, and then they have to do assignment of ownership. So they have to transfer the title in Patricia's name. So you can see over here, they sign all the paperwork here. All right, for the dealer stamp, everything. These are the credentials from Patricia. Milton Teahjay will not show her any evidence. You talk nonsense and say, oh, you'll see the dossier. You will see the dossier. He can't show you a bunch of, he's a criminal. Here is another receipt from Patricia doing the transaction. Okay, you can see the year of the vehicle, 2007 BMW. You can see the VIN number, everything here. You can see the stock number, everything here. You can see the sale date, 7/28/2020. That's why it was sold. Patricia FLOMO. You can see your name, everything here. All right. Her address, everything indicated, Maple Grove, Minneapolis, and all of that, Minnesota. And then the place she purchased the vehicle from, you can see all of it here. All the info. This is the receipt of the lady. Milton cannot show her anything, but the vehicle is for him. All right. The vehicle, Milton is claiming somebody's vehicle, which he does not work for, which is not his. And yes, let me show you another document the criminal wrote that the car is for him. Yes, the fake title Milton Teahjay made. One of the fake titles. See it? The man is a renowned criminal. He made this fake title, put all the wrong information on it. Let me show you this one. It's not clear. Let me show you the one that's clear. All right. This is a receipt, by the way, from Ms. FLOMO. All right. You can see here, to whom it may concern, it's a person that sold the car to her, the dealership. It's not a reputable dealership, by the way, but it's only Liberian stuff. They're doing their car business. So they have, when she wrote, she asked the guy to write a paper so she can get another evidence. So this guy, the guy wrote this, the sale person. This is to affirm that Patricia Matty FLOMO, address, they put all the information, everything is consistent, right? Driver license, they put all information here. Purchased a 2007 BMW X5 SUV. They put the color here, is beige, and they got the VIN number, the miles, and everything on July 28, 2020. I mean, they put all the details here. All right, sale representative Kulan Michael from Bleedy Auto Sale, right? You can see it. I swear that I love a loan statement. I think it means below statement is true. See attached original document of sale. Okay, so I just showed you the original document earlier. All right. So and the guy signed Yakula. That's the lady's. She got all the pieces of evidence. She showed everything again. Yes, the original document right here, the car title and everything. All right, everything here. She got everything. Yes, when you buy it, they got to photo the phone, everything. That's the original stuff the guy was referring to. You can see right here. They were doing it. If you look at the top here, They got an application for title by buyer. Okay, so they got to change it in the buyer's name. You can see your name here, FLOMO Patricia Marty. They got her date of birth and everything here, 1986. They got the vehicle information, everything listed on here. She signed everything. All right. There is nothing on this vehicle that says that all the things I show you here, Patrick's name does not appear on any of the document. All right. Patrick's name is not. This is what criminal Milton Teahjay did. Okay. Milton Teahjay went to the notary and said the vehicle is for him. And so corrupt Milton Teahjay wrote and said the man swore on an oath that the vehicle is for him. And you see right here, Milton put here 2017 model BMW X5 2017. The man is a big time criminal. You can see your name, everything here. Milton, right? You see it? By Senator J. Milton Teahjay of SINOE County. All right. You can see all the information. The man forged that what the young lady, the man just forged the gate card document and he still can get the information right. It's that 2017 vehicle BMW. It's 2007. All right. The car that Milton Teahjay is carrying, this is not Milton Teahjay saying you're stupid. This is not a 2007 or 2017 BMW. That's not the body style here. That they don't make this style for 2017. Every year they make new model body style for these vehicles. Okay, so from Milton Teahjay compound, he got the gate car over there locked up. He's using it, driving it all around. He got all these papers. See, he's signing all these things from LRA that the vehicle for him. All right, Milton is a criminal. Big time criminal in that country. It's a BM. They put a criminal in the house to make law. You see, they took the gap paper, everything, and forged everything. But he got all the information wrong, and that's why he doesn't want to go to court. Because when you go to court, all the fake things he wrote, the court will take. They will take the same way. When you took the lady's land and they took the car for him or the land from him, which he said a better interview. He stole somebody's land and they took the land for him. Milton Teahjay guilty. I mean, everywhere the man is guilty for everything. All right. So that SINOE County Senator Milton Teahjay, I can go on and show you different documents here. All right, different documents. Let me show you this. Yes, the court when he took the lady's land. All right, the Supreme Court of Liberia when he stole the lady's land in SINOE County. And the court in SINOE County ruled that the land was for the lady. Milton said, you know what, I'm still going to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court still ruled against it. I mean, that the court document and everything. The guy is not a credible man. Everything he does is wrong. Milton is a big-time criminal. All right? This is the refuge of Milton Teahjay to take the young lady's land. All right? So this time, I will just play the audio or the interview he had. The interview Milton Teahjay had where he talks all the nonsense. Let's listen to him. Let me play Milton Teahjay so you can hear. I shouldn't stop that screen sharing. Let me go back and let's listen to a little bit of Patricia Flomo, and then we'll listen to Milton Teahjay last. Let's see. Let me end that screen sharing and see. Let me end that. I want to do Patricia videos first. Milton is a big-time criminal in that country. Let's listen to a little bit of Patricia, and then we'll listen to Milton Teahjay. All right, let's see. I'm playing it from YouTube.
10 hours studying
a lot of
this
commercial
Chrome
business
extension.
for
But
whatever
no,
reason.
by all means.
Patricia Flomo.
Let's listen a little bit of Patricia here.
Patricia, welcome to the media.
Thank
have
you.
school in Front Page Africa. We've been hearing about your situation yesterday. I witnessed your event yesterday and I listened to you this morning. And again, you are here on Capitol Hill. Tell us exactly why you are here at this moment.
I'm here to talk to the media about Senator Milton Teahjay of SINOE County illegally withholding my vehicle and refusing to give it back to me and changing the title of the car and just forging all the paperwork and registering his name unwillfully. I mean, I told him it was not for him. I thought the brother introducing me to him was on good faith.
Okay, before we get to that,
Yeah.
take us through how you got to know Teahjay and how he got in possession of your vehicle.
Okay. So I got to know Milton Teahjay through his brother Patrick Teahjay. I was shipping in October of 2020 because I was on my way to Liberia. And when I was trying to put things together to ship, Patrick asked me, "Are you shipping?" I said, "Yes." And he said, "Oh, but the car, what kind of car are you shipping?" I said, "Oh, I'm shipping this BMW X5 because that family car, and I want to give a surprise to my father, even though I'll be using it while I'm there, but the family car." So it's a BMW X5, 10 row seats, and the body, the color is beige. So when he saw it, he said, "Oh, but it looked like the taxes on the car will be high. But I can talk to my brother, he can clear it on your privilege." I said, "Oh, you can do it?" He said, "Yeah, they make it do it. He got 2 cars per year to free on his privilege. He can do it for other people. What do you think? Your brother want to talk to him, you agree?" I said, "Okay." But on the other hand, I was also looking at me be scammed, but looking at the integrity of the lawmaker, looking at the title that he carried, I felt like, oh no, they make it see for me. And you got your own money, you got your own car. I don't think you'll be able to see for me. That's what made me to actually turn the bill of lending to Patrick Teahjay to give it to Milton Teahjay. And at the end of the day, same thing I was afraid of. That's what I'm into right now.
Did you pay a specific fee to this Patrick Teahjay you're talking about?
Students with ADHD.
So you two got a lot of commercials. All right, so that's a little bit of Patricia's FLOMO, right? But the major stuff here, before I run out of time, let me get to the main criminal himself, his interview, and that's what I'm here for today. And so let me share that screen with you so you can hear the nonsense Milton Teahjay was talking.
This is a brief conversation with you, gentlemen, just to provide some clarifications on the horrendous allegations that were made against my person by a Patricia FLOMO, a former fiance of my younger brother, Patrick.
Okay, the first thing Milton Teahjay said, the allegation was erroneous. Okay, that's a lie. They use the big words to fool the little man. Oh, the man speaking people, why you saying it true? So that you are horrendous. No, your action is horrendous. What you did, Mr. Teahjay, is beyond reason. It's unconscionable. It's objectionable. You cannot take what does not belong to you. Had this car been a vehicle of Milton Teahjay family member, he would have been all over the place and making sure and hire the best lawyer in town to go call, as a matter of fact, you go call the police to go and take that car from that person. But an innocent person, Milton Teahjay wants to take the girl car, so he's speaking Bebo. Now he knows Bebo. Horrendous? No. Milton Teahjay, what you are doing is criminal. And that's what you should say. You should say what I'm doing is criminal and I should repent. But you want to switch things around and you go into the relationship between Milton and your the girl and your brother. Hey, man, it has nothing to do with it, but let's go ahead anyway. Milton tells you that distractionary tactics, okay, to take our attention a little bit from the topic.
In the American state of Minnesota. As you will very well recall, over the last 3-4 days, Ms. FLOMO has been going from radio station to radio station, claiming that I have a car for her that she sent to me when she was in America to clear from the port of Monrovia using my duty-free privilege as a senator. Secondly, Ms. FLOMO also accused me of falsifying documents to legitimize my claim on the car.
And by the way, he did. I just show you the title he made, all right? I'll show them to you again. He falsely, the vehicle is a 2007 BMW, but Milton Teahjay said 2017 vehicle. So it obviously forged the car information.
As my property. Thirdly, Ms. FLOMO claims also that my brother Patricia in Minnesota is a casual friend, that she doesn't know him except being a casual friend, even though they live together as fiancé for 4.5 years plus. Now, these are the issues I'd like to just briefly clarify for the benefit of the public. First, I have seen Ms. FLOMO only 2 times in my life. We have had only 2 interactions.
It doesn't matter how many times you know the girl or you have met her. It makes nothing. The idea is you should not take the girl car. That's the point.
The first interaction was when she came to Monrovia some months ago as my younger brother's girlfriend in the Liberian lingua, and she came to this office to see me. Then I put her in my car, took her to some few places she wanted to go, just to make her comfortable. After that, she went back to the United States, and I never heard from her again. What happened, what didn't happen, the relationship between the 2 persons went sour. My brother told me why he was pulling away from the relationship. She made some attempt to secure my intervention for my brother to go back to her. I tried, but I did not succeed. Now, that part of it is not very important. I want to leave it with the 2 of them. But when Patrick and Patricia were separating, Patrick made a decision that by our culture in Liberia, you don't go scraping things away from a lady who and you have spent time together.
Yeah, but you are taking stuff that doesn't belong to you. So why is it okay? If you and a woman live together, you can go and take things from her. Why would you take things from a lady who and you don't live together before? Why would you take her property? That's a question. Why would you take a property and pull your name on a document? All the documents that we have right now, Patrick's name does not appear on anything. So by virtue of what, Patrick is the owner of the vehicle. No evidence to prove whatsoever. But Patrick calling you that the vehicle is his without evidence does not mean that you should confiscate the young lady vehicle, Teahjay.
So the furniture, the renovation work on their property, the cars, they have 3 cars. Patrick decided he would give her 2 of the cars.
All you're talking here, that the last that Patrick told him, that why he's explaining here now, he did not get the girl side of the story. Patrick is in America. Patrick is unemployed, but he's saying Patrick get 3 cars. Patrick is an unemployed man. But Milton Teahjay is a pathological liar, so he'll pull all the lies together.
I wanted to take one away because he was on his way out to get into another apartment where he would live to begin a new life. She took the 2 cars, including a Cadillac, and he took the single car and gave her the 2. Patrick then decided that because the snow season was around the corner, and the BMW is a very small car, you know, snow in America is like our own horrendous.
And BMW is not a small car either. It's not a small car. It's not a very small car either. BMW is one of the cars that is good for the snow here. It got good stability. You know, so you say BMW is a small car. No, it's not. I had one before. That car got very good stability. All right, it's good for the snow here. But Milton Teahjay will go lie.
Where the roads get bad, so he decided he wanted something much higher. They call it pickup truck. So he bought himself a pickup truck and said, well, look, this one, I can't even keep it here because in America, you keep a car, you got to pay insurance on it. You got to put current.
Why Patrick can show the pickup truck he owns? He will not do it. Patrick does not have a pickup truck because the man is unemployed. So how will you say the man got pickup truck and so that's why he said he didn't want to be in that? Okay, where is the evidence of what you are saying, TJ? Should we take your words at face value? You that supported child soldiers that murder people, you sponsor bill to make rape legal in the country, you deny the people of South country employment opportunity, you are declared guilty for corruption, you abandoned 74 projects. You want us to take your words at face value, Milton Teahjay? No way.
Check on it, all that is money, so he asked me, you want it? I'll send it to you. If you don't want it, I'll sell it. So I said, well, send it. So Patrick sent me the car. And the car came to Liberia in my name. I cleared the car at the port. And I've been using the car since then because it was sent to me as my property.
And where's the evidence, Milton? Show us the paper that the vehicle was sent to you from Patrick. You got to show us some sort of evidence. But you were not. General was asking you, yeah, what you were saying.
What happened, what didn't happen? Patricia comes into the country and then claims that the car that Patricia sent me is her car. So
what if every time someone swiped
I
your
don't like
credit
these
card,
commercials.
you got paid?
That's why I like to play this.
No matter where you are, or
it should be given to her. But instead of coming to me directly, the first place she went was to Senator Johnson, Princess White Johnson, and told Senator Johnson that I have a car for her. And I want to thank Senator Johnson for being so kind because when she made the representation to...
By the way, we got to make something clear. I got text messages from Patricia where she texted Senator Teahjay over and over and you refuse to reply. And the girl does not know you like that. So she went to Senator Prince Johnson because she said her father and Prince Johnson, they're close. And that's why she went to Prince Johnson, but she doesn't know you. She can't just walk in your office. She sent you text messages. I will show the text messages to the viewer in a little bit, but I listened to the last of Milton Teahjay.
For him, he decided he would come here to inquire from me. So he came and said, oh, Senator so person said she sent you a car for you to clear for her, and you clear the car and you refuse to give it to her. And I was surprised because Patricia and myself we have never spoken about car business. So Senator Johnson said, well, let's go to my office so we can have a conversation and see how we can settle it. I said, no. I said, Senator, Patricia came in this office before, the last time she was here. She knows this office. And
Milton, when she came first, she and your brother, they were in good terms. All right? And that's why Patrick sent her to your office by then. But now they are not in good terms. She just sent her a picture of a vehicle. And because of the relationship that existed between them before, Patrick told her, after all, love is not war. So I don't want you to spend over $6,000 to free your vehicle. So I will tell my criminal Milton Teahjay to free your car for you. And that's why she got there and she's sending the text messages over and over and you are not replying. And you say, oh, the woman did not come to your office and so you can't meet with her. Or you can't talk to Senator Prince Johnson.
If she believes and is convinced that I have a car for her, why won't she come in to say, well, look, the car that Patrick sent to you, that's my car. I'm in Liberia, please give it to me. Instead of coming to me, she will go to you to carry a complaint. So now that
Milton, again, she sent you a message and you refuse to answer, you refuse to reply to a message, and that's why she went to somebody. I will show the message to the viewer shortly.
Complaint, as far as I know, I don't have a car for her. So I'm not going to go dignify her claim by going to your office to have a reconciliation conversation.
So he even disrespected Prince Johnson. I'm not going to dignify your call. So the man disrespected Prince Johnson. All right.
So Senator Johnson left. The following day, Patricia left and went to Councilor Arthur Johnson. And she said she had gone there to secure his legal services to take me to court. Coincidentally, Councilor Johnson also is my lawyer. So he called me on the telephone. I said, all right, Councilor, I will come to the office. Instead of you come here to me or bringing Patricia here, let me come to the office. So I went to Councilor Johnson's office, and there Patricia was. And Councilor Johnson explained to me the representation that Patricia had made.
Okay, so something got to be made clear there. Milton Teahjay said instead of allowing the lawyer to come to him because he is protected by Article 42 of the Liberian Constitution, in the case of Arthur Johnson again, the Constitution does not cover Milton Teahjay at that point. So he went to Arthur Johnson, left the people of SINOE County work. All right. He said, you know what? Instead of you coming to me, I will come to you. And the reason he went to Arthur Johnson because Arthur Johnson is a lawyer. They will mako the gay case. You know what I'm saying? Then he knows that nothing will come from out of it. And so at that point, Article 42 does not cover Milton Teahjay. So he left our work and went to Arthur Johnson. Listen to him.
So then I said, Council, I'm a little bit surprised that Patricia would take this route because she and I, the issue you are raising has never been a focus of discussion between the two of us. But to give you the benefit of that right in front of you, let me ask Patricia a few questions. And I asked Patricia, have you and I ever...
What is have you and I? What is that? Have you and I? All right, go ahead.
About any car being shipped to me on your behalf for me to clear it on my duty-free privilege for you? She said, no. I said, all right. Patricia, when you came to Liberia, did you ever come to me to say, look, the car that your brother sent to you is my car. He took it from behind me, or I told him to send it on my behalf for you to clear it and give it to me. Did you ever come to me? And I said, no. She said, no. I said, okay. When you were in America, did you ever call me to say, Milton, I'm trying to send a car to Liberia for my use. Can you please clear it for me on your duty-free privilege? Did you and myself ever have that kind of conversation? She said, no. So I said, Councilor Johnson, how can then Patricia go around claiming that I had a car?
So, I mean, everything he just said is a bunch of lie. The reason it's a lie, he cannot bring us a recalling of the conversation where Patricia said no to all the questions. No, Milton Teahjay he thinks we are gullible people to believe what comes from her mouth. No. You cannot tell us the lady, she sent you text messages, which I will show you over and over. You are not answering her calls and text messages, and you want her to walk to your office. Who does that? That's what telephones are for, to call. She call you over and over, send you messages, and you are not replying. And you say, why she didn't come to you? And you go and tell story over there and say, oh, I asked her the question and she said no. I asked her this one and she said no, and sold the vehicle for me. Is that how you claim property? If somebody said no, where is your evidence that you bought this vehicle? Or where is the evidence that Patrick bought this vehicle for you and send it? You got to show us something. Your words are insufficient. Anybody who takes Teahjay words for it, and you take Teahjay words at face value, you are the most gullible person on planet Earth, because the man is a pathological liar. Inherently, the man is a liar.
But to make it easier, I don't want her to feel bad. If she says the car is for her, I don't know the circumstances under which the car was bought in America. But let me call Patrick, my younger brother, right here in front of the three of us. And I will ask him. If Patrick says, yes, give the car to Patricia, I will leave you right here, get in my car downstairs, and go bring the key and give it to Patricia. I don't need any distraction. So we place the phone call and put the phone on speaker. and Mr. Patrick Teahjay came on the line. Patrick, yes, I'm in the company of Councilor Arthur Johnson and your former fiancé, who claims that the car you sent me is hers. I'm calling you to ask you, should I give this car to Patricia? And Patrick Teahjay on the phone said, no, the car is not for Patricia. We had 3 cars, Patricia and myself were together. When I was leaving off for a reason private to the 2 of us, I decided she should take 2 of the cars for everything in the house. The car was the only thing I took so that I'll be able to go to work and to come from work.
Milton, these stories, they are bogus story when they are not supported by evidence. This again, we are not gullible, we are not, I mean, like credulous people. We can't take anything from your mouth. Not me. At least all the people believe your story, not me. Because you have lied to us multiple times. You are lied beyond counting. And so when Patrick said all of those things, we have no reason to believe you because number one, Patrick, you have not shown any evidence that Patrick saying the vehicle. You are not showing any evidence that Patrick saying the vehicle and name is on any other documents. No way. The journalists were asking Milton Teahjay, where is your evidence? And he said, oh, I got dossier. You came for a press conference and somebody made an allegation against you. And you are doing press conference and you say, oh, I left the evidence. These are the lies. He rather you will say stuff, oh, Zaza took a test and Zaza did not pass and go to the archive right now. He just lied. He has no honor whatsoever, no respect for the man for me. I have no respect for the man. Any word that comes from Milton Teahjay's mouth, when you believe him, then you are the more, I mean, you can be fooled by anybody to believe Milton Teahjay.
I did not tell her to go to the library and claim any car on my behalf. The car is not for her, it's mine.
By virtue of what the car is yours, because Patrick said it, and the woman is showing you a paperwork. Where is your paperwork? Where you bought the car from? Where did Patrick buy the car from? Did Patrick show you any paper? No. You just told us that these people, they had a sour relationship. Do you want Patrick to say, oh yeah, get on the car? Patrick is already, you don't know the nature of the breakup. So Patrick is already heartbroken. And the woman went there, you took a vehicle, that you guys scammed the woman because it's a scam. When the woman was going to Liberia, Patrick wanted to hurt her, whatever happened between them. So he said, oh, I will help you. I will tell my brother to free your car. And then the car got there now, and the man flipped around and said, I'll pacify her first, just so the car can get over there so I can dupe her with my brother. And that's what it did.
Patrick, our father died. We have not seen him. Car business is not going to cause me any harm. Let me go and give her to her so that we can just put the whole thing to rest. What is that?
Looking for a lifeline in these tough times?
Hey, sorry, man.
Forget about
YouTube
stocks,
video, I don't like
real
them.
estate, cryptocurrency, or other.
No. If you don't want a car, you can give it to any family member. But I will not allow you to give my car to Patricia because it's not her car. So then and then, as far as I was concerned, the issue was settled. I left.
He is Martin. You got somebody property and he says it's settled. You got somebody property. How is that settled? When a woman is behind you for a vehicle, then you say because you heard from Patrick, so then everything settled. That man he got problem. He got mental problem. Milton Teahjay has mental problem. The woman is crying for a vehicle and from radio station to another station, and you heard from Patrick's side of the story. Patrick did not give you any evidence, and he gave you mad words on the phone, and you say, oh, the issue settled. Is that how you settle cases? And that's exactly why he did. He took the poor woman land, and he said, because I'm a superintendent, there was nothing you can do. The lower court ruled against him. He got vexed. He went to the Supreme Court. The people said rule against him. And that's what you're doing to the woman vehicle now. Milton, you are wrong. You did not buy any car. Give the car to the owner.
Then Patricia came and went to the magisterial court to file a charge that I have a car for her. So she went to the magisterial court, senior magistrate sent me a citation that Patricia had made a representation to the court that I had a car for her and I should appear before him in chambers. I replied to the magistrate that under Article 42 of our Constitution, I am not, as a senator in session with the legislature being in session, I am not inclined to honor the request to go and submit myself to a conference.
Okay, so he submitted himself to a conference with Arthur Johnson. At that time, Article 42 was suspended at that very point. All right, the Senate was still in session, but he went to Arthur Johnson, who is a lawyer, who called him. Instead of Arthur Johnson coming to him to do our work, Milton left our work and he went to Arthur Johnson. Now the judge called him and said, "Oh, Article 42, it covers me. I can't go, I can't leave the people of SINOE County work." You see how the man looking? The man's a damn crook. He doesn't want to, because when he goes over there, he knows, because Arthur told him first that the vehicle is for the woman. Give the lady vehicle. So he doesn't want to hear a second opinion from another lawyer. So he said, "You know what? I'm not even going there. I'm not going. Article 42 covers me."
And I want to take this time, ladies and gentlemen of the press, to thank Magistrate Joma. He was very, very honorable. He saw that it was an error. He then instructed his clerk to withdraw the letter they sent to me because he said it was sent to me inadvertently. And that's the kind of lawyers, that's the kind of judges we want in this country. He did not say no.
So Milton is saying the kind of judges they want in Liberia, those are the ones that compromise the law. If anybody who supports Milton Teahjay criminality, that's the kind of lawyer they want, or justice they want in the country. Any lawyer that will be fair, any justice that will be fair, Milton Teahjay does not want that person. And so the lawyer that called in, the criminal court lawyer that called in, he said, "No, I'm not going there," because that lawyer declared guilty before. And so the other one that says, "Oh, you know, it was a mistake," which was a lie. Don't take anything from Milton Teahjay. It's a lie because he threatened the lawyer, and the lawyer is a punk, or that judge is a punk. So, you know, he pressing the lawyer now. That the kind of people who want that will protect my crimes.
He did not put up a challenge because he knew that when the legislature is in session and senators are debated, representatives are pursuing the interests of the state, you cannot take them away from session.
When other citizens are doing a hard work too, you can't be in session and take their property to Milton Teahjay. You can't do that. Yes, you are doing your work. The people did their work. The private citizen did their work, and she got her property. You can't take it from her because you are in chamber, and then you go on the other side, and then on the other side you say, "No, I'm not going."
And I want to thank him, and I hope that most of our judges and magistrates will take cue from the way Magistrate Joma handled the issue at the Monrovia City Court. When she found out that she could not get her way through the Magistrate Court, she proceeded to Judge Cowboy Nutter, the criminal code B SINOE, something of the sort. Went to Judge Nutter to get him to be the one to cite me. So Judge Nutter, my people, Judge Nutter proceeded to issue instruction to the clerk of court to cite me to appear before him in his chambers. So I sent similar letter to Judge Nutter, obviously under the signature of my COS, saying basically the same thing, that I'm in session, the legislature is in session, and that I was not inclined to honor that citation. So the man, you see, Milton Teahjay, you can see the pattern, right? How it said that a young private, she's not a big person in government, she doesn't have no big connection in government. That young lady, Patricia, is 24/7. She moved from the city court, then she went to, first she started from Arthur Johnson, then she went to the city court, now she went to the criminal court. Why would this girl not own? She will not have the car will not be hers, and she will be going through all these different things. What would make her brave? If you are confident, if you have the relevant documents, you can go anywhere. And so she was brave to go to the criminal court as well. You see, so you can tell that Patricia is the legitimate owner of the vehicle. But Milton Teahjay, he said, "You know what? I will go to Arthur Johnson." But at that point, Article 42 is suspended. But time to go to the city court, I'm not going. The Article 42 covers me.
to go to the criminal court because I'm a criminal. When I go there, they will catch me again. So I'm not going back there. I'm not going there. So I'm not going to that criminal court because Judge Newton will send me to prison or he will take the vehicle from me. And so I'm not going there. I will hire under Article 42, which is wrongly interpreted.
And I alerted Judge Newton that he should take every keen interest not to repeat this citation to me during the session period. Because on Article 42, if that were repeated, I could also submit to the Senate that the Senate was being contempted by that kind of citation. And I sent it to Judge Newton. Different from the way Judge Joma handled it, I've not heard from Judge Newton since then. They might still go send a notice to say, well, look, this was sent to him inadvertently because they knew the Constitution is clear. Judge Newton has not sent me anything to indicate that he was withdrawing that citation that he sent me. And I'm doing consultation with my lawyer. If that citation is not officially withdrawn, I will make sure that my lawyers will reach out to him and he will be the cause of his own problem because nobody in this country is above the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. Milton is telling us nobody in the Republic of Liberia is above the Constitution. Okay? But Milton refused to go to the law. Even though what he was not, they didn't say arrest warrant. All right? When they send you arrest warrant, what Article 42 does not cover several discussions or several cases. No, it does not. Now, let's pause the video and let's look at the Constitution for a second here. Milton Teahjay, they don't understand the law, they don't lie all over the place. Okay? So let's pause this. I will come back to it. All right, let's come back to it. I want to show you something. In the Constitution, right? And this is the Constitution of Liberia, okay? The one Milton Teahjay took oath to defend and protect. And now he is lying to us. You think we can read? This is the Constitution of Liberia, okay? So let's look at something. We'll look at few provisions in the Constitution. Milton Teahjay is using Article 42 to cover him. But he's forgetting the rights of the other people as well. Let me show you something. Let's go here. Let's start with the first one. Let's look at Article 1 of the Liberian Constitution, for example. Article 1 of the Liberian Constitution. What it says here. The rights of Patricia that Milton Teahjay is ignoring. All right? He will take the provision that seems to be protecting him, but then the other one that covers the other citizen in the country, you will say, I don't have time for that. All right, let me show you this. Article 1 of the Liberian Constitution. I think I want to share with you so you can read it as I read it from my end here too. These guys are criminals. That's Article 1 of the Liberian Constitution there for you. Okay? And I will read it from a book here or over there. I can still read it. It's large enough. It says, Article 1 of the Liberian Constitution. All right. No, I think this one I want to skip for. There's a point I want to make on this. And that's why I put it. So that I'll skip Article 1 or 1 for now. Sorry. I want to make a point on something. He says something. But let's go to the other provision that cover Patricia first. Before I come to Article 1. Before we share Article 1 with you. Let's go to Article 11 of the Constitution first. Article 11 of the Liberian Constitution, I will come back to Article 1. All right, this is Article 11 of the Liberian Constitution, right? It says here, all persons are born equally free and independent and have certain natural, okay? When you are independent, you are natural. It says certain natural. When something is natural, it's in you. Nobody can take it from you. It's natural. It says have certain natural, inherent, and inalienable rights. Okay, when something again was inalienable, it's untransferable. Like if you buy a plane ticket, for example, you can say, oh, my man Jala, for example, can buy a plane ticket and say, oh, I won't give it a dark side, you put it to use it. No, it's not transferable. So you have certain rights, certain inalienable rights, certain inherent rights, certain rights that are built within you. You are born with them. And even Milton Teahjay cannot take them from you. All right? It says, all persons are born equally free and independent and have certain natural, inherent, and inalienable rights, among which are the rights of enjoying and defending life and liberty. Okay? Enjoying. What Milton Teahjay did, she hindered the enjoyment of Patricia FLOMO. Her liberty to get around, she needs her transportation to get around. That's as a free person. All right? It goes on to say, I'll read it from the beginning again. All persons are born equally free and independent and have certain natural rights or certain natural inherent and inalienable rights, among which are the rights of enjoying and defending life and liberty, of pursuing and maintaining the security of the person, and of acquiring, keyword over there, possessing and protecting property. All right? The vehicle is the property of Patricia, and Patricia's right has not been protected here. Milton Teahjay is using his right to take the human property. That's her property, subject to such qualification as provided for this Constitution. So the Constitution protects Milton Teahjay to have a property. It protects Patricia FLOMO to have a property, but Milton Teahjay said, I will deprive you of that right. It's your property, but I will take it from you. So Milton Teahjay is using Article 42 to protect himself, but Patricia FLOMO rights under the Constitution as well, Article 11, he contravening that. Let's go to another one here. Milton Teahjay is a lawmaker. This one will be more clearer, or it'll be clearer. All right, so this is what it says here. Article 20 of the Liberian Constitution, Article 20A. It says here, Milton Koro, no nothing Teahjay. It says, no person shall be deprived of life, okay? No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, security of the person, property, repeat that again, property, privilege, or any other right except as the outcome of a hearing judgment. As an outcome of hearing judgment consistent with the provisions laid down in this Constitution, and it goes on from there. Let me read it to its entirety. It's interesting. Article 20, okay? It says here, Article 20A. No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, security of the person, property. The car is Patricia property, right? No person shall be deprived. It says that. If nobody can take your liberty, it says here, I'll read it slowly. No person shall be deprived of life. Nobody can kill you. In other words, nobody can take your life away if you don't do anything. Liberty, your freedom, the security of the person. Patricia was unsafe in that country. She ran away from her own country because Milton Teahjay was threatening her. Property, privilege of any other right except as the outcome of a hearing judgment. Milton did not go to court to prove that the car is for him, but he is using his power to take the. If you think the car is for you, the Constitution says, Article 20A says you have to get a judgment of the lawyer. It's a dispute here of a judge. Milton refused to go to court. Consistent with the provisions laid down in this Constitution in accordance with due process of law. That's why your Constitution says, Mr. So-called lawmaker, you did not give Patricia due process of law. She needs that. And that's why she went through it. She took you to the first area, the city court, you refused to go. She took you to the second place, you refused to go. You did not give her due process of law. You chased her out of the country. But then you are using Article 42 to cover yourself. But you are depriving the woman the right to her property. Milton is a criminal. And he thinks he alone can read the Constitution. Now let's look at Article 42 that Milton Teahjay is using to take the woman land, woman car. All right? The refuge, the God deacon provision in the Constitution of Milton Teahjay, he's a God deacon. He wants to take somebody's property because he's a lawmaker. All right? Yes, Article 42, it says here, it says, no member, Article 42 of the Liberian Constitution, no member of the Senate or House of Representatives shall be arrested, detained. All right? They didn't call Milton, they didn't send soldier to Milton Place to arrest him. No, they didn't say that. They didn't say we want to detain you, we want to put you in stock. No, they didn't say that. Prosecuted, okay, or tried as a result of opinions expressed. The young lady did not go after Milton Teahjay because of the opinion he expressed when you are doing your job. No, that's not what the Constitution, that's not what Patricia called him for, or that's not what the court called him for. It's not for his opinion. Let me hear you in its totality. No member of the Senate or House of Representatives shall be arrested, detained, prosecuted. I want to put that provision or two so you can see it. What's Article 42 of the Constitution? Let me put it up, please, so you can see it. I got it somewhere here for you. All right, that's Article 42 for you, so you can see it too. No member of the Senate or House of Representatives shall be arrested, detained, prosecuted, or tried as a result of opinions expressed or votes cast in the exercise of the functions of his office. Okay? The young lady was not taking Milton Teahjay to court because of the opinion he expressed in the Senate or because of the vote cast. No, that's not why she called Teahjay for. Or that's not what the court called him for. They called him because he took the woman's property, and that's what they call him for. Members, it goes on to say, members shall be privileged from arrest while attending. They are clear, while attending, going to or returning from sections of the legislature. Okay? It's clear over there. It says attending, going to or returning from sections of the legislature, except for treason. That is exception though. Except for treason, felony, or breach of the peace. All right? What Patricia did or what the court did, and didn't say, Teahjay, you're breaching the peace or you are charged for treason. No. It was a civil case. All right? So Milton is still, Article 42 does not apply to civil case or cases. All official acts done or performed and all statements made in the chambers of the legislature shall be privileged, and no legislator shall be held accountable or punished thereof. That's it. That's Article 42 over there. So Milton is hiding under Article 42, so he can't go to the law. But it is say civil cases. The only reason, if Milton Teahjay was cited for treason, felony, or breach of the peace, then of course you can cite Article 42. But this is how Milton Teahjay criminal, they misinterpret the law. Now, don't take it from just me alone, right? Let's get an opinion of a lawyer. Milton Teahjay is not a lawyer, and that's why he goes to Arthur Johnson for interpretation of the Constitution, all right, or of the law. That's why he wants. It's the same thing when your car spoil. You don't go to Milton Teahjay to fix it because Milton Teahjay is not a mechanic. If you are sick, you don't go to Milton Teahjay because Milton Teahjay is not a doctor. When you are sick, you go to somebody who is trained as a doctor. When you have your vehicle has problem, you go to somebody who is trained as a mechanic or as a vehicle repair person. And so we want to compare the view of Milton Teahjay. Milton said Article 42 covers him, his insertion, and so he can't go to the law. And you are a lawmaker. You are evading the law. And so this is what, let me share the opinion of a lawyer here, what a lawyer said. What a lawyer said. So I call here interpretation. All right? Teahjay's attempt to evade justice on the clock of Article 2 or 42 of the Liberian Constitution. Councillor Elijah W. Si's interpretation versus Milton Teahjay's interpretation. A non-lawyer. Milton Teahjay is a non-lawyer, and let's look at what the councillor said and compare with what I just said too. What Milton Teahjay told us in the audio. Okay, this is what the lawyers. This is the lawyer, by the way. It's a young son. He's a citizen. I'm told he even related to Teahjay somehow. But the man disagreed with Milton Teahjay. He doesn't like the ground Milton Teahjay works on because Milton is a criminal. And he's a man that administers justice. And so he must do justice to the Liberian people. To Patricia Flomo. So this is what Elijah said. All right, this is what Elijah wrote on his Facebook page. Let me straight out so you can see it. Elijah said he wrote it 3 days ago when Milton Teahjay started parading with the Constitution 42 all over the place. So you can't go to the law. Here's what Elijah wrote on Facebook 3 days ago. Legislative immunity for Liberian lawmakers as contained in Article 42 of the Liberian Constitution does not apply. Listen, he said it does not apply to treason, felony, or breach of the peace, and civil cases. All right? Civil cases. A letter from a magistrate or judge to a senator citing the senator for a conference is civil in nature and therefore is not covered by legislative immunity. Okay? So the lawyer literally disagreed with Milton Teahjay. Milton is a renowned criminal in Liberia. So do we go with the interpretation of the lawyer or Milton Teahjay lies? Or Milton Teahjay who is not a lawyer? Who will you agree with? If your car spoils again, do you take it to the mechanic or you take it to the doctor who is not a mechanic? The lawyer is telling you legislative immunity for Liberian lawmakers as contained in Article 42 of the Liberian Constitution does not apply to treason, felony, or breach of the peace and civil cases. A letter from a magistrate or judge to a senator citing the senator for a conference is civil in nature and therefore is not covered by legislative immunity. Milton got to go to the law. All right? And I'm not saying the lawyer or the counselor interpretation is a so-called Bible, you know. But I'm saying, who will you believe? The person who is a law, who went to school and studied the law, or the man who does not know the law? And he is telling us, he's telling me, I said, oh, just Article 42, so I can go. And the man who went to law school for years, for 6 years, he was in school, in training. And he's telling us the interpretation of the law. Do you believe Milton Teahjay or the lawyer? Who should we believe? I will go with the lawyer. I'm not saying it might be wrong, and that's why the word interpretation comes in. Okay, interpretation, and that's why we debate. Whatever Milton Teahjay said is subject to argument. All right, and that's what a lawyer or philosophy goes on, because we have to argue. Law is not a science. All right, it's not law is not like science, or philosophy is not like science. Because science, for example, you can tell if a question becomes a scientific question, that means it has a proof. It's when they say a question is a scientific question, you have a clear-cut answer to that question. For example, if I call my man Jala using my cell phone, he might pick up. He will pick up. If the phone is charged and nothing wrong with the phone, and then he is not out of coverage ever, that phone will ring. Or if I put my food in the microwave when I have a power here, when I put a food in it will get warm. It's a strict scientific question. But the question of law is subject to debate. That's why they say interpretation. They got an opinion of the lawyers or the philosophers. And so Teahjay interpretation is subject to question. It's subject to question. And I'm not a lawyer, but I'm a philosophy major. I took some courses in philosophy or law. For example, I took this course, right? Philosophy of law is 300 level. It's not 101. It's philosophy of law 300. And so we can debate these issues. So the fact that Milton Teahjay says it doesn't mean we can just take it. It's a lie. The man is finally a cover up. So we can challenge the opinion of Milton Teahjay. Milton, has he taken 300 level philosophy or law class? No, he hasn't. And so the man cannot play with our intelligence. We are not stupid people around here. For Milton to come side article for the two and he want to evade the law, not so he can go to court. All right? And he was saying something. Let me look at article before I go. Article 1 of the Constitution. Milton Teahjay says something. Oh, the young lady, and if you read it, just watch the rest of the interview. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the guy, she's a political person. What the thing got to do with somebody, the 2023 election. So she's a pay agent. Milton Teahjay, this is what it has to do with. All right? It has to do with Article 1 of the Constitution. And that's how Patricia made that call. That the people should not vote for you 2023. They should not vote for you. Because it is in Article 1 of the Constitution. It says, and I quote, all power is inherent in the people. That's your Constitution talking about Milton Teahjay. Listen to me so I can teach you. Because you don't know nothing until I just yelling all day. All power is inherent in the people. All free governments are instituted by their authority and for their benefit, okay? If the government is free, it's instituted for their benefit. And they have the right to alter and reform the same when their safety and happiness so required. Patricia FLOMO happiness is on question right now because she ran away from her own country because Milton Teahjay, he has power and he bullied the guy out of the country. And so Patricia is saying, let's read the article. It says, in order to ensure democratic government, which responds to the wishes of the governed, the people shall have the right at such time or period, in such manner as provided for under this Constitution, to cause their public servant to leave office and to fill vacancy by regular elections and appointments. It was in the context that Patricia was speaking. It's not because she's a stooge. Patricia understands the Constitution because she has the right to change any government official who is not seeking her interests. And so she said, 2023, the people of SADALLAH County, the people of the Republic of Liberia, changed corrupt Milton Teahjay. It was in that context she was speaking. It's not because she was paid by somebody. The woman is a student. She going to school. She reads the Constitution. She reads documents. And Milton Teahjay is telling her because the girl was paid and she slept with somebody's house. The man scared so quick. Milton is afraid so quick. We don't go nowhere and crying. They go to somebody's house. I'm begging you, man. I will stop here for today. I will do part 2. I will bring more evidence of Milton Teahjay. Milton Teahjay is a sick man. Yes, that man is a sick man. He wants to take people property because he and Charter, they were buddies. And they killed. The same thing they did. They robbed people of their own property. Now a boss man with 30 acres 47 that man Milton Teahjay was working for. And so the same mentality of taking people things that they don't own. So boom, he took the young lady vehicle. And the woman is crying. The woman said, the people of SADALLAH County 2023, you take the bad leaders from power. And Milton Teahjay said, somebody pay on. No, it says that in Article 1 of the Constitution, the people have the right to replace any corrupt official, including Milton Teahjay. Who took somebody's car? You take somebody's vehicle, you need welfare, and then your girlfriend master to it, he writing letter to. He can't understand anything. He don't understand anything. And he just writing because he's a stooge of Milton Teahjay. They're taking somebody's property. I will start there for today. The crooked, he ate our money and bought the machine. This thing don't work. He bought the crappy machines and just deposited it somewhere and put the money in your pocket. Now the machine, Milton Teahjay boy inside the country, gave over $3 million. No, as a matter of fact, $10 million. They gave it to him to buy machines and all the things and electrify SADALLAH County. The man bought machine that don't work. They been packing the same day Milton brought the thing in the county, they pack over there. They can't move. And that man, you can't use the don't be citing document in Milton Teahjay because that's how you put it. I am a voracious reader. I love to read. And so don't be certain thing that you don't understand. Come to us. Go to Elijah side to interpret the thing to you before you write there and embarrass yourself. I will free SINOE County from corrupt Milton Teahjay. All right? So I will stop here for today. Let me see some of the comments are going on here. Please return the car. The man got to. He has to. These criminals act will be brought to justice. All lied to no matter in the government position. That's it. The men don't want to come to justice. Milton, please stop dishonoring yourself. The people are crying in your name. Imagine. And let me see you, the people of SINOE County. I challenge you, the people of SINOE County, to make criminal Milton Teahjay lawmaker for the second time. I will be on your back. The man is horrible. He is embarrassing us every day. The county of Daxayopo there, the moral soldier of SINOE County, and this man will make senator. And he is embarrassing you every day. Nothing good comes from him. Nothing good. Milton gave the woman car. Look at this very educated man. Doctor, somewhere is talking. Nobody agrees with Milton Teahjay except Master Twilly. His girlfriend, Master Twilly. The only man that agrees with him. Only Master Twilly. These educated people, they don't agree with Milton Teahjay. Guys, I gotta go, man. The man does not have any paper with a name on it, but he just talk shit. Nonsense. It's a nonsense talker. I'm out for the day, guys. I want to say thank you for joining Voice of Signing, and that's how we'll do it. We'll bring all the evidence. Next time we'll have adequate time to go through all the pieces of evidence. Enjoy the rest of your day.